Before we get in the video, please like, make sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications, go ahead and leave a comment below, and click on the How You Can Help, which brings up the Family Friendly Game website and gives you lots of ideas how you can help us. Thank you. Go redo everything a second time. It's not going to happen. So, that's all my thoughts on why gameplay requests are for advanced members. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope everyone have a rest of your day. Bye! Hey everybody, Paul Berry, Family Friendly Gaming, and I'm doing FFG Chronicles on reused content third time. So if you read our website, you probably read the FFG original article about this, about how we got tattooed with reused content for a third time in a year and a half, and we also got our channel terminated in that same time frame. So 4 times in a year and a half, people over YouTube decided to take money for us and take money from us and tell us we needed to work for them for free and be their slaves, and they were going to put ads on our videos, but we couldn't get any payment for it because they claimed we were reusing content from others. Or, and then when the one time when our channel got terminated, they said, oh, oops, someone accidentally reported you as having a deceptive video, and we checked it and they were wrong. But they had our channel terminated for 8 days, right? It's like, what? What's that about? I still don't know. You know, I get lots of vague answers, and whenever I ask about stuff, I'm always pointing to the policy page, which I've read 300-400 times, and I see nothing we've ever done that violates. I see nothing that's incorrect, nothing that's wrong, as far as I can tell. And then, so I'm always like, I want specific examples. It's like, what video, what timestamp in the video, what exactly was, you know, what YouTube policy was this in violation of, the exact line in the policy, so the exact itemized thing, and then, you know, who determined it, how was it determined, and of course none of these questions have ever been answered. So I think it was like, I don't know, like August 11th, August 12th, something like that. I did all my normal computer stuff, was just going to check a couple things on YouTube, and have the big notification that they had demonetized us for reused content again. And I was like, I thought we were done and over with this, right? Like, this was resolved a long time ago, right? Like, well, not a long time ago, but months ago. I thought it had been completely resolved, and we've been told, we've been checked and we were good. And so I find out later, it's like, oh, we recheck channels every so often, and someone looked at you and said, yep, you're reused. So there, in my opinion, though, one of 2 things happened, right? There's only the possibility of 1 or 2 things. The first possibility, 1, is someone was lazy, didn't do their job right. They're supposed to check your most popular videos, your current videos, and something else I can't remember that they're supposed to be checking. My guess is, if this is what happened, there was a lazy person who checked only our most popular videos, which were the old Just Dance Kids, Zumba Party, or Zumba Kids, and like Just Dance Disney Party, or Disney Party 2, something like that, the most popular videos. And those are us dancing in the video, but this is before we had webcams on there, right? If you go and check our current ones, even like the FFG dance videos, you can see, oh, they've done lots of different things. They're striving to improve, increase, get better. They've drastically improved from those years ago of just doing a Just Dance game, and you can see the little shadow in the connect, right? We've gotten a lot better, right? That we know that. We know we've improved, and that's one of the things that we've been told when all of this started a year and a half. We had to sit there and improve all these certain things, had to remove a bunch of videos, and it's like, you know, those are like the company trailers. They're all now kind of private, so they can't really be viewed, and that doesn't hit us with the whole content, having the same content as other channels, which really, it's funny because the companies would give us a trailer and like, hey, put the trailer on your channel, on your YouTube channel, and and then that'll help us. And so we'd sit there and download it from their server, and we'd upload it to YouTube, and we'd put all the description on there, and we'd build a web page on our website where we put the embedded code in there. That's why we don't like just delete all those videos, is because, well, we have all this embedded code and all these pages, and then we'd ruin all these pages. We would then have to go spend all this money to sit there and get all the website pages corrected, and we just don't have the time or money to do that. It's like it amazes me. YouTube is like, we're going to take away thousands of dollars from you a month, and you're going to spend $10,000 to fix this. But how are we supposed to pay for it, YouTube? Like, how's that supposed to happen? I don't know where the money's supposed to come from to do that, but we couldn't do that. So we just put those all private. So if you look at all the new ones, you can see, yes, almost everyone's got the webcam on there. You can see the person. We're obviously adding significant content, significant differences than others with all of our reacts videos, live streams videos, all the different. You see, like the Just Dance 2019, Just Dance 2020, how the webcam's the big part, and then the Just Dance is the small part. So we're obviously more significant than the game. So it's like, okay, cool. We've done all this extra work and done all this extra effort. So when it came up, I was like, what are they saying, reuse content again? This is ridiculous. So I found the process we used last time that this happened. Went back there. It was these community boards for YouTube with Google, and the gold member on there sent us to the YouTube team. We also went through Team YouTube on Twitter, at Team YouTube, and contacted them. We're like, hey, this happened. We tried that before and that never worked, but actually we got a response this time, so that was kind of cool. So we're like, all right. So we hear back on the community boards, and they're like, well, you have to prove to us you're providing value to YouTube. I was like, really? And they start with, no offense, this is what they pass along. It's like, I was like, no offense taken. Obviously, that's insulting on purpose by their part, and I have to go beg for the scraps of ad revenue. Okay, all right, fine. So I explained to them. It's quite simple. I mean, first off, we're doing the FFG dance, which is interpretive dance. No one else has it on their channels. No one else is doing that with these songs. So that's certainly different. We've got all the Just Dance and Zumba Kids and Zumba games and all that are used by schools for education, for PE classes. Also pointed to all the comments of people talking about how they are doing all these dances during quarantine, right? So we're helping people with physical education during quarantine. It's kind of funny that everything with this. It's like, all you gotta do is look at our channel for 5 minutes. I said, then you go look at our community page, and you notice all of the activity we have going on our community page, right? There's like all this activity, and from polls and comments, and you go look at the comments and stuff. We have a thriving, active community. Y'all are awesome, right? Like, it's like, you have to be able to see that, YouTube. Thriving, growing, developing, improving, right? And we're constantly thriving, growing, developing, improving. We're buying new equipment. We listen to feedback. We sit there and, of course, we buy the equipment as we get the money. And there's a lot of other equipment we want to purchase and try to improve things as well. But it's like, hey, we're doing all this work. We're putting all this effort into there. And oh, by the way, we're Christian, conservative, traditionalists. How many other gaming channels are like that? There aren't many. So it isn't like we're one in a billion gaming channels who is swearing all the time and insulting people constantly. No, we're not doing that. So it's like, I think we're kind of unique. We're certainly bringing value for all these different things for the schools. You got the FFG dance. We have webcams on almost every live stream or video we do now. There's a few exceptions here or there. Peter doesn't like doing it on when he does the Xbox One. So like with the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, he doesn't want a camera on him. He just wants to play. But the super majority of them are that way. And we're not getting as many copyright claims on our videos lately. Those have seriously decreased. So I'm going, hello. Now, thankfully, The very next day, we got remonetized, right? And if you're paying attention on our community boards, you saw that on YouTube. You're like, oh, hey, yeah, I think I'm on. We also put it on our social media and all that. So we got remonetized the next day, thankfully. Now, it's kind of interesting this happened because we got like 4 or 5 emails telling us we were demonetized, right? There was like an email about, we took away monetization of your channel, memberships are put on hold, super chat was put on hold, stickers are put on hold, like all these emails. When we got remonetized, we had one email that said memberships are unpaused. That's it. So we had to go out there, turn all this stuff back on, including monetization, right? Because like, here's what's funny. YouTube doesn't, when YouTube fixes their mistake, they don't fix it, right? They allow you to remonetize all your videos again, right? You're like, wait a minute. If they fixed it, shouldn't they just reset it to where it was? No. They reset it to default, to neutral. And then it's like, oh, did you actually want to make money off your hard work? Well, then you have to go turn that back on. So you have to go all these different places in your YouTube studio to turn back on. So we did that, turn it all back on. Thus far, we're good. Although I have a very sneaking suspicion and bad feeling it'll happen again. Especially probably the next Just Dance game that comes out. If there is a Just Dance 2021, then we're going to probably get tagged with this again. Because there's going to be channels doing it just like us, and they'll sit there and go, they seem to obsess about the audio only and not the video portion on a video site, which kind of confuses me. I'm a little off there. I don't understand why the video portion isn't a little more important than the audio portion. So we'll probably get copyright claims on the audio portions, right? Which, that'll happen. And I have a feeling that then we'll sit there and get tagged again. And this is why so many channels don't want to do Just Dance videos anymore. It's because they're just sick of having to deal with this and lose all their monetization, their hard work, and be treated like a slave because of this. So I have a feeling we may have to try to out when we release the next Just Dance videos, as long as there is a 2021 or if it comes out 2022. They'll probably get hit with this again. We'll have to deal with it again. It's lame. I wish it wouldn't happen, but it's kind of where we are. We are exploring other options, putting videos on flive.tips, looking at putting videos back on BitChute some more. Neither of those have brought us any monetization money yet. Dailymotion may try to get some stuff on Dailymotion at some point. Again, unfortunately, Dailymotion, the problem with them is they'll give you like 3 to 4 cents a month, and they're not going to pay out till they hit $100. So I think we've got between $7 and $8 sitting in Dailymotion. And when I ran the numbers last time, we would get paid the $100 in 30 years. So it's kind of hard to do all this work when you're not going to get paid for it at all. YouTube does bring the most money in. As you know, we still do Twitch, and we haven't got paid there yet, but I think we're getting close to like $30 in the account there. Again, you got to get to 100. So we're going to keep plugging away, keep working at it, keep doing what we can to make things better. But I just want to let you all know about the reuse content third time, and kind of give a video on it and give my thoughts and reactions and everything. And I said I'm hoping, and I've told YouTube this many times, like, just contact us first. Be like, you need to make this change, or you need to say something. Like, don't be like, oh, we think your channel's being lazy because you haven't changed your channel art in a year. Well, then tell people they have to change their channel art every 6 months. Like, is that hard? Like, if we have to change it, fine. But at least tell us. At least tell us that this is the criteria you're using. I'll give you another great example. I was talking to someone about the YouTube with the audio issues. That how we had that call to action, and we're still hoping everyone's doing the call to action to tell YouTube to separate audio and video monetization. So that way we get paid for the video portions of the dance videos, at least, get some of the money. Because Peter checked, we lost $337,000 over our dance videos that YouTube has paid out to an audio copyright owner. And we've got paid nothing for our hard work. We got paid nothing for all the effort we put into all the equipment we purchased and all that. It was just nothing, like nada. So we've had that call to action to separate the audio and video. We've been hoping that more of y'all, take that seriously and be like, okay, we're gonna let YouTube know about that. So I was talking to someone about that issue at YouTube, a YouTube employee. I was like, this isn't really right because they did no work, and they were paid for it. Like, they were paid for the song when they made the song. They were paid for the song when Ubisoft put in the game. They were, right? Like, and now they're being paid for the song for our hard work, and they did no work or effort on video. They've already been paid for the same thing multiple times, and I have no problem sharing. Like, why do they get to say no sharing, nothing? We get everything. The hard worker, content creator gets zero, nothing, nada, zilch. Why is that allowed? Like, that doesn't seem even fair. And I've talked to so many people in some of these music companies. They're like, no, YouTube shares with you. I'm like, no, they don't. You're wrong. You're misinformed. You watching fake news or something? What's that? What's up? Because that's not what happens. And they're like, well, they told us they paid you. No, they say you won't let us get paid. So there is a definite disconnect and lack of transparency going on there, right? Like, that's pretty messed up. So I was talking to this person about it. I was like, we should get something too. That isn't really right. And they're like, well, that's how the system's set up. I'm like, the system's been changed for other things. Like, why can't it be changed for this? Why couldn't it be that all of them have to share something with us? Unless they can sit there and prove that, they're not really making an effort in the video to do anything. Because I had someone say, well, what if someone just put the audio song and they just had a blank screen, nothing was doing that. Well, then you sit there and say, hey, I don't think you put much effort into it, and that's what you make the policy. You have to make some effort. You actually have to have something like a webcam or have someone dancing or something. I mean, there are enough scenarios and criteria out there you could use by looking at current videos to come up with a policy and make it clear and concise and be like, hey, we're going to share with you, but you have to actually have something more than just like a blank screen. You have to have more than just like putting a word or two on there, like thank you for watching. Do something, some kind of effort. Maybe they'll change. I don't know. I'm hopeful. But I'm also, like I said, when I put on the thing, I was tired of all the problems. I really wish there was a better alternative, but as of right now, there's not. So that's all I have for this. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.